And I said, when I was very young, I feared the void I felt to be inside of me, or to be me. Therefore, and thereafter, started to collect dispositions and characters to build a me. Yes. I felt as a kid I needed a character to function in the world. Yes. It is now a turning around of that path. Exactly. Exactly. That's why Jesus, he said, only the children will enter the kingdom of heaven. The children doesn't mean that this enlightenment is only a possibility for those who are less than 7. It means that those who are innocent, the same innocence, empty of concepts, empty of notions. So Anna is absolutely right. She's saying, actually satsang is this turning around. We picked up conditioning because the truth was very apparent. In fact, many of us, if we were to report about our childhood, we will say, Father, yes, it was so apparent to me when I was a child. So now it is just this. We picked up so many notions, conditions, and now they are being dropped. And yet there is something in this play of having been deluded and then freeing consciousness, having been deluded and then freeing itself from the delusion, seems to cause some delight for consciousness. so, so it is that returning to the innocence, the fear of it. Yes, yes. This is what I've been talking about for the last few days also. That whether we call it the fear of death or we call it the fear of the unknown, I'm here to tell you that if this fear is there, I'm happy to hold your hand and tell you that this fear was experienced here. This wobbliness was experienced in full intensity here. But my master was holding my hand. So I am holding your hand. If you're here physically, I'm physically holding your hand. If you're not at a physical proximity, I'm holding you here in my heart. And I'm telling you that the fear is unfounded. Even if it feels like you're dying. And the moment you're empty of the next motion, it can feel like this for many of us, that death is coming. But this is only the death of the pretend one. Don't let any interpretation of this fear make you believe another concept about yourself. In fact, one of the primary reasons why having a living master is so beneficial is that he can take you through this fear, reassuring you that nothing will happen to you. This fear is very primal. And yet, for those of you who are not experiencing it, please don't make it another benchmark. Oh, I haven't yet gone through that fear, so I must not have got it yet, or something like that. That's why I said usually it is a common thing to experience this fear. It can feel like the fear of death. Maharaj at one time said that till you have gone through your death, you will not find freedom. This is what he meant. I'm here for that, my dear. I'm here to tell you that no fear, no matter how big it is not stronger than your being. It is not stronger than the Sadguru's presence. Let's see this fear through together. All is taken care of. I know that sometimes I can say these things very simply and say, just don't pick up a notion, be notionless. But I know that in the face of this notionless, many times strong fear can come. Fear of the unknown, not knowing what is going to happen. It can feel like I'm dying. This is the end of me. It is not. You are discovering that you are endless, you are deathless. I'm here to tell you that I have seen this through, and so can you, and so are you. As I very simply I say, don't fear the fear. Let as much fear come. Sometimes very simple, almost truisms are helpful with this. Like tell the fear how great Guruji is. And there are various responses to this fear. Sometimes we might say, no, I'm done with this. It's not for me. I'm not ready yet. I'm going to come back later. Or I don't want this. This is too much. Or some latch on to some spiritual concept. And say, yeah, I got it. Actually, in the moment of some insight, some fear is coming, and you almost recoil because of that fear. And you say, yes, that was it. I got it. That was it. So if you're referring to some experience over and over again from the past, then know that this one is just like a recoil. And because if you have to refer it from the past, what you're actually saying is that you are not that now. There are some who get caught in this whole thing that keep talking about some experience they had, like an awakening experience or something. There's no big deal in that. You are that now. So this fear can come with various responses. By the way, like I was saying the other day, it is not always fear. Sometimes it can seem like a joyous excitement also. Like I was saying, I'm not this body. I see it. It's so nice. Nothing contains me. I'm beyond all things. As I see it, I'm feeling that excitement, the joy of not being contained. Sometimes the joy can come. Many times the fear can come. But whatever is coming, know that it will pass. Don't get too scared or don't get too attached with any of the byproducts. Some get very attached to the bliss also of an experience and say, that was when I was free. No. That was the time when bliss was coming. It has nothing to do with the reality of you.